Welcome to the Essential Digital Skills course from Digital Communities Wales, Session 6, Staying Safe Using the Internet. My name is Nick Moylan. I'll be your trainer for this session. Disclaimer, we do not recommend one app or website over another. There are many apps or websites available to people who use the internet. You are responsible for what apps and websites you use on the internet, so please use them safely. This course has been designed using the Essential Digital Skills framework. The skills for life we use in this session are: I can keep my personal information safe on the internet by using secure passwords for accounts, know how to set privacy settings on my social media accounts, know what a secure website looks like, see and trustworthy website links in emails, websites, and social media messages. To start with, we are going to discuss some basic online safety. So, when looking at a web browser, and the image that you can see on the screen is a screenshot from a web browser, we look for the padlock and HTTPS to help us determine if a website has a secure connection. As we can see on this image, we can see there's a padlock and there's a HTTPS. These do not always guarantee that a website is secure, but it's one thing to look out for. Next, make sure the words in the address bar relate to the page you are looking at. This is because there are fake websites that are designed to look like the real thing. The key difference will be the web address will look different. Sometimes the web address can look very believable and contain words that are associated with the legitimate page. Ask yourself, does the page have a padlock and a HTTPS? And copy and paste the page into a browser checker. And that leads us to our next point. Copy and paste website address into a popular website checker. Website checkers like IsLegitSite or ScamFu can provide information about the age of a website, whether there are any blacklist or suspicious behaviors, or if an online shop is a new website. It's always better to be suspicious and check websites before using them. When downloading apps to your device, use the Google Play Store or App Store to ensure the app is genuine. Purchasing through the official app is safer than using a browser because we do not need to consider any of the above details, like looking for a padlock or checking if the website is legitimate. Finally, only connect with or add people you know. Sometimes when we're on social media, we are often inclined to add lots of people because it seems like that's what we should do. Keep your social circles small, as sometimes there are unfortunately fake accounts and people who look to befriend you online in order to gain your trust and learn your private information. So keep your social media to just people that you know. And the most important point of all, never share your password with anyone. How to tell if a site is secure? Well, there are a number of options that let us tell if a site is secure. And we've got a screenshot of a website here just to demonstrate that. So first of all, we're looking out for that padlock. As we can see on this image, there's a little padlock, locked. And actually, next to that padlock, there is a HTTPS symbol as well. And that's the second point we're looking out for. Next, we're looking for relevant words. So if we're on the BBC website, the BBC Sport website, we expect the web address browser to look like this: www.bbc.co.uk/sport. There's nothing unusual about that web address. You can click on the padlock if you want to find out more information about the site's security. And it tells you that the connection is secure. Use a website checker to see if a website is real. So IsLegitSite.com is a website checker that we could use to check if a website is legitimate. So I'm going to show you a screen demonstration of that now. Share my screen, and I'm going to go onto this website. Is that website legit? I'm going to take a website that I've gone on, Digital Champions Network. I'm going to highlight it, copy, and then paste that website into the website checker. And then I'm going to select check website. This tells me that the website is potentially legitimate. And actually, I can scroll down and find out more information about the website and whether I can trust it or not. Now, it tells me that the website name was created 9 years ago. That's what the name means. It also tells you if a website was young, you may not have enough details to judge it. It also says I would not buy goods from an online shop created a few months ago. It is all about using your own judgment to decide if you want to use that website or not, however. Just because a website is new doesn't necessarily mean that it's unsafe, but it's important to check these things. HTTPS connection. If a website uses a valid HTTPS, well, this website does, and it's given us a little tick about that. And that's because when we're using a website to do any purchases or entering any personal information, it's important that it's got that padlock and that HTTPS. I'm going to go back to my screen share now. It's important when we're online to create a strong password. That's because it keeps our information safe. Use the 3-word password rule to create a strong password. The 3-word password rule is: choose 3 words that you will remember. The 3 words must not be names or places that link to your identity. Use words like your favorite things so you can remember them. Add the number at the end that is not linked to you. It could be the year you met your friends. Use a password checker to test how strong your password is. The website here, security.org, How Secure Is My Password, is a great website to check on the strength of a password. I'm going to show you a video now using a password checker to check the security of a password. So let me just get my screen share on and show you that video.
This quick video is going to guide you through setting up a password with the 3-password rule. So we're going to start off with my cat's name. Tends to be quite a common name for passwords, is to use your pet's identities. So I'm just going to type in here creature. So that takes 22 minutes to guess, and if I was to put maybe my door number, so number 11 in there, that's going to take 7 months. That's not ideal. That's quite a quick password to guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think of 3 words that represent my cat creature. So the first word is that she's a tabby. So I'm going to write tabby in there first. Then I'm going to pop down that she really loves tuna. So tuna. And then the last one is that she really loves to just sleep her days away. So I'm going to write in here naps. And then I'm going to put in the number 1 because she's the first cat I've ever had. And I can also pop in a little exclamation mark at the end just to make it a little bit more secure. And that's now going to take a computer 15 billion years to crack that password. So you can see there the difference between using just their name and then 3 words that represent the name that you're thinking of. Hope that helps.
There are apps that help us remember passwords because whenever we set up a new account on things, we are meant to have a new password that's different to the other ones we use. So there are some apps out there that will save those passwords for you. Some are free and some you have to pay for. But if you're using one of these password storage apps, it means that you only need to remember 1 password, and that's the one to actually access the app. And then it remembers all the passwords and lets you see them and use them. 2 examples of password manager apps are LastPass and 1Password. You can also store your password, however, using your device. On Apple devices, the iCloud keychain is Apple's password manager built into every Mac, iPhone, and iPad. It makes it much easier for you to create safe, complex passwords, which you can easily access while using Safari. You can access your passwords on different Apple devices that you sign into. On Android devices, when using Google Chrome web browser, you can sign into your Google account. When you're signed into a Google account, it will ask you if you would like it to remember your passwords. You can access these passwords on any other device you've signed into with your Google account. Using one of these storage options just makes it a little bit easier to remember your passwords. It's always important to use these options only on private devices. If you're using a shared device with other people, you're better off not allowing the device to save any of your passwords. Password authentication. Some accounts, such as a Google account, allow you to add another level of security called 2-step authentication. This is sometimes called 2-step verification. It changes from different softwares, different products. Two-step authentication means that you need to use 2 steps to sign into something. So the first step would be entering your password. And then the second step would be entering a code that might be sent to your email or sent to you as a text message. The reason why this is secure is because if someone's trying to enter your password on their computer, they would also need to then enter that code, but they wouldn't receive the code because you might have it sent to your phone as a text message, so that they wouldn't be able to sign in. In many ways, it's like having 2 passwords. Only one of those is a code that changes every time. Fake websites then. So we briefly touched on actually looking at a fake website or checking a website's legitimacy earlier. This is an example of what a fake website looks like. This is a fake Amazon website. It's important to be aware that there are fake websites out there that try to steal your information. The website itself looks very similar to what Amazon looks like, and you can put your email address and password on there. But if you did so, you would give away your personal information. The key difference here is the website looks very similar. It looks like Amazon.com, but it's actually AmazonX.com. That extra letter is because it's fake and they're just trying to trick you. So be careful of that. And that's why it's good to use those website checkers like I showed you earlier, like IsLegitSite. Scam emails. Scam emails are emails that are designed to look trustworthy, but are actually trying to trick you into giving away your personal information. The most common scam emails are fake bank or government emails. They will mostly mention money, which is a major warning sign. Never click on website links and emails you are not expecting, or if you do not know who sent it to you. Here are some examples of scam emails. These all look like real emails from banks or from the government. The first one is from Tesco Bank. The bottom one is from the government saying it's a council tax refund notification. And the final one on the right is from HSBC Bank. These are all fake emails, but they look very real. They use the same logos and branding that the actual banks would use, and they often mention money. Now, these are all scams. The best rule is to ignore all bank and government emails. The reason why I know these are scams are because often banks or the government won't email you. But secondly, I know they're scams because each of these asks you to click on a link. You can see on the first image, there's a little link to click on in blue. On the second image, there's another one. And on the third, there is another one to click on as well. And they do refer to money in each of them because that makes you panic and worry and then go on the link. The key is to ignore all bank and government emails. If they need to contact you about anything important, they'll send you a letter in a brown envelope. More scam emails. This type of scam email is designed to trick you into being someone's friend. The message is often long and written in quite a strange way. It's written like this because it makes you want to believe that they're a nice person. It says, "Dear beloved friend, I know this message will come to you as a surprise, but permit me of my desire to go into a business relationship with you." That all sounds lovely, but the reason why it sounds lovely is because it's trying to trick you. You'll read on and you'll see that it's trying to ask you to borrow some of their money in your bank to help them out, and they will pay you some 20% of whatever they're going to make in order for you to help them. Now, it's all a big trick. It's basically trying to make you believe that you're in luck here and you're going to get some money for doing something very easy. Ignore these emails, delete them. Do not reply to them. They're designed to try and trick you into giving your bank details away. What are the warning signs then to look out for? Well, the warning signs are this. The email sender address looks unfamiliar or strange. The email is offering you money. The email asks you to click on a link and it's often blue and underlined like that. The email contains a timed offer. When there's a time limit on something, it makes you feel pressure to actually do something there and then. Ignore that time pressure. The email appears over-friendly or is written in strange English language. And that again is to trick you into making you feel that they need help and they're actually a friendly person when they're not. You receive a Zoom or Teams invite that you haven't signed up for. These are quite popular because Zoom or Teams chats and video calling has become very popular. Be careful of any email you receive from Zoom or Teams, because the fake ones will often try and get you to log in or something like that. And that's how they steal your password information. If you think you are a victim, tell somebody. The website Action Fraud is the National Fraud and Cyber Crime Reporting Centre, and the telephone number is on the screen. But you can also go on their website for more information. I'm going to screen share their website now. This is their website, Action Fraud, and it's from the UK Police, actionfraud.police.uk. You can report any information on here, or you could call them using the number if you want to speak to an advisor. Now, there's also information on here about types of fraud that you could look up for your own personal knowledge about different types of online fraud. I'm going to go back to my screen share now. Privacy settings on social media. Social media websites like Facebook have privacy settings. Understanding your privacy settings is important because it allows you to keep your personal information secure. It is up to you to use and customize your privacy settings. In session 2, we discussed looking at our privacy settings on both Facebook and Twitter, but I will go through Facebook privacy now as a recap. I'm going to go onto my screen share and I'm on my Facebook account. This is my Facebook page and I can see my home page here. I need to go to my settings, and on the website version of Facebook, my settings are under this arrow called account. And then I can see options to go on to settings and privacy. So I just go on to that. And then I've got a number of options. You can use privacy checkup, privacy shortcuts, or just go, like I like to do, to settings, because then you've got all your different settings. I like to select privacy from here. And then I can see all my different privacy information on here that I need to adjust to make it more private. So we can check loads of different settings. We can decide who sees our future posts. We can see who can see the people pages and lists that you follow. I've got it so only myself. I like to keep my social media profiles quite private. The ones that I like to make sure are private as well. Who can look you up using the email address you provided? Well, only me. If I go and edit on any of these, it can change it to everyone, friends of friends, friends, or only me. I'm going to leave it as only me for now. But the reason why that's important is because maybe, you've applied for a job or you've sent your email address out to someone. I don't like the thought of them being able to find me on social media by using my email address. Therefore, I keep it private like that. You can also block search engines from finding your profile. If that said yes, so if I change that to yes, allow, which I'm not going to do, someone could go onto Google, they could search my name and they could search my area and they might be able to find me and find my social media profile, which I like to keep more for friends and family. So going through your privacy settings is very important, and you can do that on any social media account. And I go back to my screen share now. Computer viruses. A computer virus is a software program that might stop your computer from working or delete things on a computer. Computer viruses spread by opening attachments in emails. We talked about not clicking on links or not going on unfamiliar emails earlier. Don't open attachments from emails you're unfamiliar from. Viruses can also be downloaded from the internet by accident if you're not on a secure website. To keep yourself safe, you must never open an email attachment unless you're expecting an email attachment. Maybe it's someone from work and you're actually expecting them to send you a file. Only download things from reputable sources. And remember, a reputable source is a website that we can trust. What can you do about viruses though? The best way to avoid viruses is by following the internet safety steps, being aware of scam emails, fake websites, and pop-ups. However, you can download free antivirus software, but most computers, Windows 10 computers, come with free antivirus programs like Microsoft Windows Defender. And when you're on your settings, you can run a quick scan to scan your computer for threats. But there are lots of free antivirus softwares that you can find on the internet as well. Okay, in conclusion, well done for completing session 6 of our Essential Digital Skills course. We have discussed many ways to keep safe online. We have learned about a secure password and two-step authentication. We've discussed scam emails and the warning signs to be aware of. We have discussed what a computer virus is. I wanted to say a final thank you. We hope the skills you have learned in this course will help you with your digital confidence. Thank you for listening.